This is the English Literature Wave YouTube channel, and I am Prof.L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today on the contribution of Bacon to essay, lecture 3rd. Francis Bacon, born on 22nd January 1561, was a writer and a politician. Means this Bacon was doing the work of the politics also, and he was writing his literature also. He took education in Cambridge University, being from the reputed family in the Elizabethan kingdom. This gentleman was living his life in the kingdom of Elizabeth Queen, and he was from the reputed family, means he was very much rich person in those days. He died in Highgate, London, United Kingdom on 9th April 1626. Being a philosopher and a statesman, he was appointed as Attorney General and Lord Chancellor of England, being an advocate by profession. Remember, this gentleman was by God a philosopher. His mind was giving importance to philosophy, and he was also a statesman in the politics, and that's why he was appointed as the Attorney General and as the Lord Chancellor of England in those days. Bacon wrote scientifically for the scientific revolution. Bacon's mind was scientific, and he wanted to bring the scientific revolution in the society. That's why he wrote his essays or literature in the scientific language. And he became the major essayist in the 17th century. His mainly areas of interest are natural philosophy and philosophic logic. Bacon was a champion essayist in developing the essay with Hooker, the essayist. Remember, in those days there was the second essayist, and his name was Hooker. And with Hooker, this Bacon was writing his essays. But in comparison with Hooker, Bacon has stood first or champion in those days. Bacon and Hooker heightened the standard of English in the world by expressing every thought with a plain and straightforward way of writing with a meaning maximally in logic and science. Remember, this Bacon and Hooker were scientific persons, and that's why they wrote with logic and science, means their writing was scientific and logically. Bacon specially used the figures of speech in his essay to make his language rich. Bacon was such a gentleman who used the figures of speech in his essays, and that's why his essays became very rich and the language he used was very rich. Bacon, being rhetoric in language, he differs from other essayists in those days due to his easily unchanging and spiritual style of writing. Remember, Bacon's style was spiritual and unchanging, easily unchanging, because the spiritual writing cannot be changed easily because it makes great impression upon the minds of the readers, and that's why this writing is very useful to the society, and that's why we cannot easily change this language. Other essayists have used the long sentences in their essays, but Bacon uses small sentences but unfamiliar and surprising sentences to others, that is, the readers. Remember, the small sentences and the unfamiliar and surprising sentences of Bacon have made his essays very strange, and his essays are really today very popular essays, and he has been the champion person in the sense of the essays. Bacon's essays provide us the unending happiness, and we like them to read double and double due to their novel teaching per sentence. Means every sentence of Bacon has given us the novel teaching. Novel teaching means the new teaching, and that's why his essays have been very much ideal essays for us. They provide us full stomach food to the birth of man and death of man, and make surprise to the sluggish men. Remember, the sluggish men have been very much guided by Bacon in his essays. They have the depth and full grammar of English, fulfilling the lapses of English. Means this Bacon has used the grammar, and this grammar has fulfilled the lapses of English grammar in those days and today also. Bacon has been uncommon essays due to his economy of words with cultured knowledge. Remember, Bacon has used the economy of words and the cultural knowledge through his essays, and that's why this Bacon has been the uncommon essayist, or he is the champion of the essays. He writes proper type of language, avoiding the artificiality of language. Remember, this Bacon has not used the artificial language. He writes the language which is full of proverbs of sayings. His illustrations, allusions, and quotations attract readers permanently. Bacon is intelligent and thought-giving due to his reading of Latin language and literature and Bible, and that's why he has been the champion one. We cannot neglect Francis Bacon if we go through his rich and precious essays. Today here we have seen the topic Thomas Bacon's or Francis Bacon's contribution to English literature, lecture 3rd. Again we will come together with a new topic. Till then, thank you very much.